Hey, Moondog here. We're at the range on Halloween, and we are participating in another 100-yard match. So let's see how everybody does. We've got 6 competitors out today, and we're setting up NRA A23 size targets downrange. Now, these are normally 50-yard open sight targets, which have a black bullseye diameter of less than 4 inches, but since we're all using magnified optics, we've agreed to use these smaller targets at 100 yards. I'll be using my CZ457 VPC, which I debuted at last month's match. And instead of CCI standards, I'll be shooting a mystery ammo, which I'll reveal at the end of this video because I don't know how well it'll perform. That was our automated system that turns the targets and starts the match. And we've all had a 3-minute free period to take sighter shots on the top target and make appropriate adjustments to our optics and sighting systems. And now we're shooting for score. This time around, I'm trying out my Vortex Tactical 6-24x50 rifle scope, which I've previously reviewed, and I'll include a link to that review. This first focal plane scope was really designed for big bore long distance shooting, but its fine etched reticle, ED glass, and high magnification is also helpful for rimfire precision. And aside from the ammo, one other notable change from the last match is that I've adjusted down the trigger from its stock 3 pounds to just shy of 2 pounds. Now, at the time I was shooting in the match, I have to honestly say I didn't notice that much of an advantage of the 1 pound lighter trigger pull, but hopefully at the end of the match we'll see some improvement on my score from last time. But as to whether or not that was due to the lighter trigger, well, who knows. Now, one thing I do notice while watching this footage is just how little the rifle recoils. Now, granted, 22 does not have a lot of recoil, but this rifle really doesn't move much. Okay, my first 5 shots in, and time to reload since this is a 5-shot magazine. Now, we have 10 minutes to make 10 shots, so technically this is a slow fire match, so I might in the future opt to put in a single shot adapter and load each cartridge individually. Some precision rimfire guys have suggested doing this because it avoids the possibility of damaging the bullet face as the bolt strips it from the magazine. Now, I prepared for this match as best I could, but I did forget something. I forgot my sandbag. And hey, in forgetting the sandbag, I have a ready-made excuse if I don't do too well. But it's a poor craftsman that blames the tools. As they say, improvise, adapt, overcome. Instead of a sandbag, I stuffed my hunting beanie with a windbreaker, and Bob's your uncle, you have a shooting support. And it helps if you take off the safety. The stuffed hunting beanie worked okay, though I had to make a bit more active adjustments between shots to bring the reticle back to the center of the target. I don't know if it's the brightness and clarity of the ED glass or some other quality of the scope, or for whatever reason, for a couple of those shots I could swear I could see the bullet in flight for a split second. Now, I know seeing a bullet in flight isn't totally uncommon for larger bore, long distance shots of 1,000 yards or more, just because of the longer hang time and the ballistic trajectory. But for a tiny little 22 at 100 yards, well, honestly, this is the first time I've ever noticed it. If you know what I'm talking about, please leave me a comment. Let me know when it's happened for you. Okay, that's it for my first target, my first 10 shots. And, I felt pretty good about that. I didn't see any bullet holes outside of the 4-inch black bullseye, so I took that as a good sign. I'm going to reload the mag for the next target while I wait for the ceasefire signal, But in the meantime, let's take a look at some of the other competitors on the line. In an interesting juxtaposition, we have one of our oldest members shooting next to one of our newest recruits at the club. We have My Lane, and next we have our current club president and one of its best shooters who regularly competes at the Nationals at Camp Perry. We have Jeff, who is our match director today and the winner of last month's match. And finally, we have Harry, a regional and world champion silhouette shooter in lane 11. So yeah, the skill level of some of the competitors can be intimidating until you find out how friendly everybody is. Let's meet two of these shooters.
Jeff Elkins.
And how long have you been a member here, Jeff?
Probably about a year now, in the beginning of COVID. Came here in the downtime.
And what are you shooting today?
Ruger 1022, kind of customized, modified with a lot of different parts.
And how did you feel you did today?
I did okay, but definitely others did better. A lot of gun jams, found an ammo that was accurate but does not cycle well.
So could you give a sort of from your memory, the best you can, a rundown of how you did from like first to the fourth target?
Yeah, I got better all throughout the fourth. First, second, third, fourth, all improved. And I did clean the gun last night, so I think it had to settle in, and that was a lesson learned.
Next, let's meet a competitor shooting a pistol at a 100-yard match.
I'm Harry Sharp.
And Harry, how long you been shooting here?
I joined this club in 1998, and I've been shooting matches here since about that same time. Got interested in the silhouette because they had a program here, and I've been shooting matches here in silhouette where I'm the match director, as well as all over the country.
And what are you shooting today?
I intended to actually do something I don't normally do. Normally I shoot a silhouette pistol, and today I was going to shoot a nice 1022, but I couldn't get it sighted in time, and so I shot a silhouette pistol instead.
And what silhouette pistol do you have?
I used a 22, of course, 14-inch barrel with a scope, a Burris 2 to 7 power scope on it, and using SK rifle match ammunition.
And how do you feel you did today?
I started off well. There were 4 targets. 3 of them are okay. The last one, I went to the right, so I clicked to the left, and then it was too far left, so I took the click out. It was way back to the right. So I was doing a left and right on the last one. I blew the match on the last pull.
Now, for those of you who've never seen anyone shoot Creedmoor, Creedmoor, or back position, is a shooting stance developed in Creedmoor, New Jersey in the 18th century that Harry has famously used to win a number of championships. And for those of you who think this looks a little bit weird and gimmicky, let me point out that he is competing in a 100-yard match against guys with rifles using a pistol, one-handed. Let that sink in. The match completed, we walk down range to pull and submit our targets. And while we're waiting for them to be scored, I'd just like to invite you to check out my new channel, Moondog R&D, a channel focused on gadget reviews, photo and video gear, geeky stuff. And if you've enjoyed watching this video of our match, and obviously you're still watching, please hit that thumbs up like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Feel free to post any comments or questions about this match or the competitors. Just a quick note about the targets and scoring. The top target was for Sidon, the lower 2 were for score, with 10 shots each. We swapped them out halfway through the match, so there were a total of 40 shots and a maximum possible score of 400 points. After crunching the numbers, the top 4 scoring competitors were actually pretty close, but as it turns out, I got the highest score, which was all the more surprising to me because of the ammo I was shooting. Now, as promised, I'm going to show you which ammo I actually used at this match. Now, when the camera can actually focus, you'll see an F at the bottom of the cartridge. No, this wasn't fancy gold medal match. This was crappy old champion. Yes, Blue Box Range Pack Federal Champion bulk ammo.
Baloney.
I know, I wouldn't believe it either if I had not actually shot it myself. Did somebody at the factory accidentally fill a Champion blue box full of gold medal match by mistake? I don't know. That would be awesome, but I seriously doubt it. What's even more unbelievable is I recently did an episode where I tested this ammo in my Marlin 60, and this is the thumbnail for that episode. And I literally used this same exact box of ammo, and it shot groups like a nearsighted stormtrooper. But for whatever reason, my CZ47 really likes this ammo. Go figure. Rest assured, I plan to do an episode where I thoroughly test this ammo and this rifle. Be sure to hit the bell icon and you'll be notified when I post up that video. If you are an experienced rimfire shooter in the Bay Area or Northern California and would like to compete in our next invitational match, you can find out more by contacting our rifle executive through our website, coyotepointrpc.org. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button because it really encourages me to make more videos like this. Thanks again for watching. You be safe out there. Moondog, out. Hey, if you like this video, please share it on social media. You know, Facebook, forums, MeWe, whatever platform you're on. And if you want to see more videos, check out moondogindustries.com.